Good afternoon, it's Saturday the 8th of March. It's just coming up to 4:15. I was hoping to get out a little bit earlier today, about 3ish, but yeah, family time got in the way. So yeah, it's pretty much on par with the time I came out yesterday. So yeah, let's see if we can beat yesterday's target, and I'll keep you posted shortly. So, little update. It's been a while. It is now 9:45. It's just been non-stop all night since I came on. So the only reason I'm doing an update now is just before I head over to go on charge, to be honest. So yeah, I am 5.5 hours in. We'll give you a little bit of a rundown. So I came online 15:15. A job popped up straight away. It was a bit of a run. I probably had about 3 or 4 miles to run across to it, but it was basically the outskirts of Southport going into Southport. It was a priority, £17.60, 10-minute ride, 3.7 miles. But like I said, I probably ran a good 4 miles to it, so yeah, still it was a decent one to get going. Straight after that was a 3:75, 2 minutes for 0.9 of a mile. And then I'd done a 5:93, 6 minutes for 2.3 miles, and that was pretty much it for the first hour. So first hour was like £26 thereabouts. I then had a reservation, which was not too far from mine, to be honest, so I kind of headed back there, and it was coming back into Southport. But it was an XL. It was £33.33, 20-minute job for 9.5 miles. So the job before that probably got me halfway there, so I probably had to run about 5 miles empty to it. But I didn't mind, because all in it was probably took me maybe half an hour, about 15 miles for 33, so not too bad. Good start to the hour. Then had a £6.22, 7-minute job for 1.7 miles. Customer cancelled, £3.84, 4-minute job, 1.3 miles. Including a pound tip, £6.17, 8-minute job, 1.8 miles. Another XL, £6.32, 3-minute job, 0.6 of a mile. A Surge job, £7.81 for 5-minute job, 1.9 miles. A 4.66, 4 minutes, 1 mile. A £3.79 for a 1.5 minute job, 0.3 of a mile. A 6.68, which was a 7-minute job, just shy of 2 miles. Then had a Surge job, £14.37. It was a 5-minute job, 1.7 miles. Cancelled. Yeah, so this one, just after I dropped them off, it said I was collecting someone from Morrison's. But as I started the job, I was on Lord Street at the time, which is like the main road. I could see like a blue dot, probably 200-300 metres in the opposite direction from where the pickup point was. I thought, this is a bit odd. So I sat there for a second, and I thought, I'll wait for them, because they might have thought, oh, hang on a sec, he's going the wrong way. So then they sent me a message saying, I'm at such and such a hotel. That was it. No, you know me, like if you don't pass the attitude test, you've lost straight away. So it's not like, oh hi, sorry, I've set the destination wrong, or this, that. It was just, I'm at this hotel. So I messaged back saying, that's fine, you'll have to change the collection address. So I sat there for about 2 minutes, they didn't do anything. I thought, you know what, it's Saturday night, it's bouncing, and they're clowning me about. So I drove the half a mile round the corner to Morrison's, sat there, the job started. They messaged again saying, I'm at the such and such Castle Hotel, can you come and pick me up from here? And I messaged back and said, that's not a problem, but you need to change the address. I can only go to where it says on the app, and that's not the address. So then they messaged back saying, I've just had a hip surgery, or I've just had a leg surgery or something. And again I messaged back saying, that's great. I said, you need to change the address. So I sat there for the 5 minutes, and that was it. They didn't message back, they didn't change the address, nothing. So basically I got £3.75 because somebody, instead of changing the address, would rather tell you their life story. You know, this is where I am. I couldn't care less where you are, to be honest. You know, put it in on the app instead of telling me. After that, I had a £6.23. That was a 9-minute job, 3.1 miles. Then had a £6.80 for 11 minutes. That was 4 miles. Then had another job after that I turned up to. Sat there, nobody turned up, so I got £3.75. I then had £8.51, 8 minutes for 2.9 miles. I think these are the people that I left negative feedback for. So he comes out the pub and he's got like, you know, like them kind of cardboard trays you get full of like tangerines or something. He's got one of them and it's full of like food. You know, like he's just collected food from the pub, and there's 4 of them. So he comes in. So I said, "Oh, do you want me to open a booth for you?" And he was like, "Oh no, it's okay. I'll put it in the back." I said, "That's fine." I said, "But don't be putting it on the seats." And he was like, "Oh right, okay, yeah, I'll get it on the floor or something." I said, "Right, okay." So he climbs in, and then like he's like hovering it above his knee. And I said, like, I don't want to go on the seats, you see. I said, because if you get any grease on the seats, the next passenger will get in, and then they'll complain that there's grease on the seats, you see. So he's like, "Oh, it's all right." He said, I'll hold on to it. So he sat in the back holding it. Next thing, his wife comes out. She's absolutely like trolleyed. She climbs in. She's like, "Why are you holding the tray?" And he's like, "Oh, don't want to get grease anywhere." After he just said to me, "Oh no, there's no grease on the tray." That was it. So then he's holding it above his knee because he doesn't want to get grease on his knee. So then she's going, "Oh well, don't be putting the box near me. I don't want to get any grease on me." And then she's like, "Yeah, I'll just put it on that seat there." I'm thinking, "You cheeky cow." I turned around and I said, "No, don't be putting it on the seat. So if it's got grease on it, stick it on your knee." So then the other 2 get in, and then we drive off. And then she's trying to have like a little nibble in the box. She's having like a little dig round. And he'd said to her, no, don't be eating in here. She's like, "Oh, I'll be all right." I said, "No." I said, "Do me a favour." I said, "You're going to be home in about 2 or 3 minutes." I said, "Don't be eating in the back." So she sat there, and then we drive down. And then we start driving round to theirs, and then the other one chirps in, "Oh, why's he gone this way?" "Oh, I'd have just carried straight on." You're like, the indirect kind of like passive aggressive kind of, "Oh, let's speak that loud because the driver can't hear me." And I said, "I'm just going the route that you've asked, you've agreed with Uber to take you." And she was like, "Oh, what do you mean?" I said, "Well, when you've booked the job, you've agreed with Uber to take you this route." I said, "This is the most direct route." "Oh, well, I would have carried straight on." I said, "Well, that's fine." I said, you can carry straight on if you want." I said, "But you're going the long way." I said, "This is the shorter way." Oh, okay then. Next thing, I can hear her rustling around in the box again. And then next thing she's saying to the woman, "Oh, there you go, there's no chips in here. Do you want a piece of this garlic bread instead?" So I turned around and I said, "Stop eating the food or I'm going to cancel the job." I said, "I've asked you to not eat food in the back." I said, "There's 4 signs in the back telling you not to eat. I've told you twice, and your husband's told you not to eat food in the back." And she just sits there and she's like glaring at me. And then even the husband was saying, "See, I told you, we're going to be home in 2 minutes. Just stop picking at the food in the box." And then even he was saying, like, "Oh, apologise for the smell of the food and all that, because it's all wafting about inside you. It stinks of food and everything." So anyway, as soon as they got out, as they were getting out, I was leaving them negative feedback. So they've got like a new thing on the as soon as you put like 1 star now when they get out, it automatically comes up and it says, "You will be unpaired from this rider." But even after I'd done that, I still went the usual route and put on help with trips, issue with a rider. You know, basically just saying they would do me head in basically all the way through. Then I had another XL, £8.34. That was a 9-minute job, 1.8 miles. I then had, including a pound tip, £5.55, 6 minutes, 2 miles. XL cancelled. A £3.79 5-minute job, 1.6 miles. A £3.91 3 minutes, half a mile. Another XL, £9.29 5-minute job, 2.1 miles. And then I've just done the last XL, £6.55 5-minute job, 1.5 miles. So that currently stands me on £186.93. So over the 5.5 hours, that takes us to £33.81 an hour, which isn't too bad for a Saturday night. I noticed when I logged off, this is the first time I've logged off since I logged on. I've done 22 trips, trips offered 95. So it just goes to show that the amount of jobs that's being offered to you, and it's basically the amount of jobs that you can't do. If they sorted like the algorithm out, or however it is that they decide to dish the jobs out, drivers could be doing so many more jobs. But as you can see there's like 73 jobs that have been sent to me in 5.5 hours were too ridiculous for me to do. I think I've taken a couple of screenshots. First one here, he wanted me to go as an XL, he wanted me to go 25 minutes away or 12 miles to do a 10-minute job or 2.5 miles. So basically like a 35 to 40-minute job, which was not far off 15 miles for £9.13. I'm sure there was more that I took screenshots of. Yeah, I'm sure there was more, but they don't seem to be there. Yeah, so other than that, it's been quite cushy up to now. Not too bad. It's been busy, job after job after job. Definitely because it's nice and warm. Well, I say warm. When I started, it was like 17, 18 degrees. It's down to 11 now. But when I've been out all like round Southport and Birkdale and everything, it's all been really busy. Everyone's all outside. So yeah, it's good. So I'm gonna go and jump on charge. Again, getting good miles per kilowatt. I'm getting 3.3. So I've done just shy of 100 miles. I've still got maybe a third of a tank left. So again, I know I said it yesterday, I should have come out for about 3. I would have got the extra like hour and 15 minutes in. So I would have been going to the charger now, probably not far off being flat, but instead I've got roughly a third. So yeah, I'll go and jump on charge and I'll be on charge for a good hour or so, and then I'll do another update at about midnight, and hopefully this £33 an hour continues. So I'll catch you in a bit. So it's just coming up to 12:30. I carried on, it was about 11:15 when I came back on after the charge, so I've done about an hour and 15 minutes. In that time, done 7 jobs, trips offered 45, and I've done £48. Let's wait for this to load up. Where are we? What's past? There we go. Yep, so I done a £4.67. It was a 4-minute job for 1.6 miles. Then including a £3 tip, £8.24 for a 6-minute job, 2.4 miles. Then had a £3.75, which was a 2-minute job, 0.8 miles. A £6.10 for 3 minutes, 0.9 of a mile. Then I had an XL, £8.32 for 4 minutes, 1.4 miles. Then had, including a £5 tip, £13.14. That was a 5-minute job for 2.1 miles. And then I've just done a £3.85 for 5 minutes, which was 1.7 miles. So up to now I'm on 235 exactly, which works out at about £36.15 an hour. So yeah, it's going well. Oh, I forgot to charge the light up. Yeah, I'm on 6 hours 10 minutes drive up to now. So yeah, it's been quite busy, to be honest. Let's go back online now. Yeah, nothing really major in the past hour, as in to report on. No idiots or anything. But yeah, it's just really busy. Obviously the good weather's brought everybody out. But yeah, I'm going to stay in Southport for don't know, I dare I say it, like another hour before I start heading anywhere else. So yeah, I'll keep you posted shortly. So it's just turned 2 o'clock. Last update was about 12:30, I believe. I had a 484. It was a 3-minute job for 1.4 miles. Then had a priority 596, 5-minute job, 0.9 of a mile. A 377 for 5 minutes, 1.5 miles. I then had it started off as like a £9 job, and then he said, "Oh, is it okay if I had a stop on?" And it was going back to where it picked him up from. So I don't quite get why it was £9 going one way, but then he got the return journey for only £6. It was £15.25. It's a 22-minute job, and it was 8.6 miles. He was an Uber driver. He was probably a youngish lad in his 20s. And he was saying like, "Oh, how much did you get for this?" And I was like, I said, "Oh, I think it was like £14 or £15 or something." And he was like, "Bloody hell," he said, 25 quid they've charged me. I'll just go and quickly do this job, and then I'll carry on with the update in 1 minute. Right, so it's just turned 3 o'clock and I've just got home. I was halfway through that update before. I was talking about I took an Uber driver. Yeah, so I got about £15 for that job, where he said he paid about £25 for it. He said something similar, where he'd worked kind of a similar area last week. He said he'd I think it was like Wednesday, I'm sure it was, without me looking back on the videos that I'd done. He'd worked during the day as well, and he'd done Southport, Ormskirk and St Helens, and it was just completely dead for him as well. So yeah, even he was saying something's going to have to give, he said, because it's obviously, as you all know, the fares are just rubbish at times, especially during the week. What have we got? I then went on to a £6.09, 5-minute job for 2.1 miles. £5.01 for 4 minutes, 1.9 miles. A £4.36, 4-minute job, 1.3 miles. A £3.75, 4-minute job, 1.3 miles. Including a £3 tip, it was £8.72, 4-minute job, 1.7 miles. Including a £2 tip, an XL, £11.80, 7 minutes, 1.5 miles. And that was the last job. It kind of slowed right down, because that was, I dropped them off and it was probably about 2:30. Granted, it took me about 20 minutes to drive back, but I kind of sat around for like 10 minutes and there was just like nothing coming through. I was starting to feel a bit tired, so I just thought, do you know what, I'll come home. So I finished on just shy of 305. I said to myself I wanted to carry on just to get over that the 300 threshold. It's bloody light. Because I think last Saturday I wanted to do it, but I got to like, what was it, about 370, and I was knackered, so I came home. So yeah, that's what I wanted to do. So yeah, I got to 305. I finished on 9 hours, so that works out to £33.88. I've averaged, which isn't too bad. I've done 39 trips, 8 hours 3 minutes of drive time. And I think that is about it. I'll just quickly check, see if I've done any screenshots or anything. No, that was it. So yeah, all in all, not too bad of a night, to be honest. What's going through here? Some reservations. So you'd still got me in the wrong place. So like one comes up here for in an hour's time. It's in Manchester city centre. £15 for for 8 miles. It's a 20-minute job. Where's this one? One's in Wigan. That's for in an hour and 15 minutes. Again, bit of a crap rate. £11.60. It's a 15-minute. Sorry, 15 minute job apparently. 6.3 miles. Won't be doing that. And there's another one that's just popped up. This is for 10 o'clock in the morning. Won't be doing that. Southport to Ormskirk. Just shy £15. 22 minutes. 8.8 miles. So yeah, won't be doing them. Excuse me. So yeah, that's about it. I'll wrap it up there, and all in all, a decent Saturday night. Pretty long shift, because I did start at 4:15, but granted I've been off. I've had my charge in between. So yeah, it's like what's that now? It's just coming up to 11 hours. But yeah, I obviously deduct my charge off it, because it's a bit unfair to blame that on Uber when I've been sat there watching movies. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one, which is going to be Monday. I'll see you then.